welcome to Style by Victoria channel. My name is Chioma. If it's your first time on this channel, you are welcome. I'm super excited to have you here. Please kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. And to my amazing returning subscribers, thank you so much for joining again. And today I'm going to show you how to cut and sew a sweetheart yoke. So let's get started. I've cut out my yoke using my pattern and also my bustier. I've cut them out using my pattern as well. And this yoke, I cut out 2 nets. I'll be using one as lining. So I will go now and join the bustier, then I'll come back and show you how to sew your yoke before you attach it to the bustier. I'm done joining my bustier. As you can see, I've also joined the lining. So the next thing I'm going to do is to sew the neck of my yoke by 0.5. I'm going to sew the neck by 0.5. So let's get to the sewing machine so that I'll show you how to do that. Please try not to pull your neck, you know it's stretchy. If you are working with a stretchy neck, please avoid pulling your necks. Okay, this is the neck. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to top stitch now. I'll open it up like this and I will top stitch. I'm going to sew very close to this seam line. I'm going to sew very close. So watch what I'm going to do. So I'm sewing very close to the seam line. Okay, I'm done top stitching. So the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out this excess seam allowance so that I can have a very clean neck. Please be careful when you are cutting off your seam allowance. You know these nets. If you're not careful, you can easily cut the main yoke. So this is it. See how neat the neck part is. I hope you are seeing it. See how very neat it is. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to close up this down part. I'm going to close it up because I don't want to run into trouble when joining it to the bustier, when joining the yoke to the bustier. So I'm going to close up this gown part. Then I'll come and show you how to attach your yoke to your bustier. Okay, I'm done sewing. So the next thing I'm going to do is to attach the yoke to the bodice, so to the bustier. So I'm going to notch my bustier, the middle part. I'm going to notch like 1/4. I'm going to notch by 1/4, and also my yoke, I'm going to notch this part, this middle part, by 1/4. I won't go beyond 1/4. Then I'll place my net this way, the notch part meeting the notch part, as in the notch, this middle meeting the middle of the yoke, and I'll try to bring out my yoke small, like 1/4 out. Then I'll pin down. Okay, I'm going to start sewing by 0.5 from this end, and I'll sew round to this end. I won't be adding the lining yet. Yes, because you sewing this way is much easier. So when I'm done attaching the yoke, I will now place the lining and sew again on top of that stitch I've already created. It's easier this way, and you will achieve a very clean and neat finishing if you do it this way. So I'm going to start sewing now. Okay, when I get to this middle part that I notch, I'm going to leave my needle inside my fabric, and I will turn like this. I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. Continue sewing. Okay, I'm done sewing, you can see. So the next thing I'm going to do is to place the lining now and I'll sew on the same seam line. This seam line I've already created, I'm going to sew on top of the seam line. Remember, I started sewing by 0.5, so this seam line I've created, I'm going to sew on it. So I'll place my lining this way. I've already notched the middle parts, so I'll pin it down. See what I'm doing? I'm going to pin this middle part down, then I will start from this end and sew. When I get to this part, I'll still leave my needle inside the fabric, then turn and continue sewing until I get to this end. And when I'm done sewing, I'll come and show you the finished look. Okay, I'm done sewing. You can see the finishing is very neat. See? And look at the back. See the back? Also very clean and neat. See? So I'll go now and finish up the blouse I'm making.